Yo, we're going to learn how to do integral of sine squared, cosine squared. We can use these formulas. What they do is they get rid of the squared for us. So let's uncover over here and see that we want to change out sine squared into 1/2, 1 minus cosine 2x. And similarly, we change out cosine squared. Okay, once you do that, you can then do 1/2 times 1/2, that's 1/4. Okay, from there though, we now have something that's in the form of a minus b times a plus b. So we can change that into a squared minus b squared. So now it's 1 minus cosine squared of 2x. But at that point, okay, we can now take the integral of 1. That's no problem. I know how to do that. But the integral of cosine squared, well, okay. I again want to use this formula to my advantage. But I gotta be a little careful because it's not cosine squared just of x anymore. It's now cosine squared of 2x. So how am I gonna do it? Well, let's uncover over here. Cosine squared of 2x, that means that now my theta is 2x. So when I see this theta over here, I should put a 2x, which means it's 2 times that 2x, which means it's 4x. So that means I can swap out this for that. So to be very clear, we're swapping out this for that. So here we go. There we go. We made our swap. Now that our swap is in place, we have a relatively easy thing to do. It's no more complicated formulas, but we just have to be a little bit careful in how we get started. So we can get started with taking the integral of 1, that's just x, but then we also want to take the integral of what's going on in here. Now, I'm keeping the minus 1/2 on the outside. But as far as the integral of 1, well, of course, that's just x, right? But the integral of cosine 4x, that's actually sine 4x over the derivative of the inside. So the inside derivative would be 4, so you can actually just divide by 4. That's a nice shortcut to doing a u substitution. So that works whenever you have mx plus b on the inside, whether it's cosine of it, sine of it, or ln of it, whatever it is. As long as you know the formula, you can just keep whatever's inside and divide by the derivative of that. Okay, so now we just have to put this in a nicer form where we can start by distributing the 1/2. That'll get us minus 1/2 x and minus 1/8 of sine of 4x, because 1/2 times 1/4 is 1/8. And then at that point, we can also do x minus 1/2 x. What would that turn into? Well, that would just turn into 1/2 x. And then when I multiply the 1/4 times the 1/2, that gets me 1/8. And when I multiply the 1/4 by the 1/8, that gets me 1/32. And I can't forget to put my plus c. And now we are done with the problem. Don't forget that if you need more help, this is the website that helps you get better at calculus.